Welcome back to the Cow Park Bros podcast. Jason and I just finished up the first segment talking about our concerns and continued optimism that the state of Illinois will get its shit together and actually take care of its own residents. In segment 2, we're going to be talking about, thank God, not Illinois, but Oregon. I feel like as soon as you sent me this segment, I immediately thought, oh, look, it's Oregon Trail Blackface.
Episode title right there.
Jason sent me this damn news article about an Oregon teacher being fired after appearing in an elementary school in blackface, apparently trying to starve David her way out of a vaccine mandate. So the article I'm referencing is KGW.com. Newburgh school staff member who wore blackface to protest vaccine mandate reportedly fired. I'm sorry. I don't mean to chuckle, but I will chuckle if you're a fool and you try to game the system. Like, people can say whatever they want to about vaccine mandates, but if you know that the mandate is coming and you effectively try to compare yourself to Rosa Parks, my friend, you can go fuck off. Staff member intended to dress like Rosa Parks to protest Oregon's vaccine mandate for K-12 teachers and staff members. The Newburgh School District has fired the staff member who showed up to work wearing blackface as she attempted to dress like Rosa Parks to protest the state's vaccine mandate for teachers, according to a report. Brian Clark, a reporter with the Newburgh Graphic, said Lauren Preferly, who works at works past tense, at Mabel Rush Elementary as a teacher's aide for special education students, was fired September 24th, according to another employee at the school. Pefferly was placed on administrative leave last week after darkening her face to resemble Rosa Parks. Friday, the district said it could not confirm the firing and sent a statement that said, "It is our policy not to confirm whether someone works with us or not." I'm sorry. And not to confirm the outcome of the disciplinary processes. Oh yeah, that should happen. In all of these situations, we follow our contracts with employees in which the first step is to place on administrative leave. Oh yeah, they did that shit. While we investigate and pursue any disciplinary action. That action, pardon me, can include apparently the Newburgh School District has been involved in several controversies that have gained national attention, including some students in the high school participating in or being targeted by a social media group called the Slave Trade. It joked about how much participants would pay for their black classmates and used photos of students along with racist and homophobic slurs. Jason, what the fuck, man?
I kind of figured the way your tone was going, like this is going to end with that question I love so much. So, again, statement question. So, let me read a quote from this lady, Lauren Pefferle, excuse me. Other vaccinated staff were being told by the Newburgh School District administration that we could not work with students unless we were 6 feet apart, starting right away, starting Thursday afternoon. And so I was on my way to lunch. I took my lunch. I processed this, and I was thinking that this is segregation, Pefferle said. So on Friday, September 17th, I showed up to school, and I put on some dark makeup on the parts that were showing my skin, including my hands, and I came in hopes to represent Rosa Parks, who I admire for standing up during her time when segregation was taking place, and I felt like I and others who are unvaccinated were starting to experience segregation. That is a direct quote from Lauren Pefferle, who is the Oregon Trail Blackface teacher. So let me go ahead and say that as the nerds and stalkers know here, I'm not vaccinated, and I don't feel like I've been segregated against. Number one, number two, even if I did, I certainly wouldn't akin that to Rosa Parks and what she went through. Wouldn't even attempt it. So I I get where she was going with that. I think it was poor execution when it comes to, you probably should have handled protest it a totally different way. Definitely protest. That's her right to do so. But yeah, come on, bro. I think anyone. I mean, I don't know how old she is. I can guess by her picture. She's at least someone who should be well knowledgeable enough to know that wearing blackface in any situation, regardless of the reasoning behind it, it's probably gonna be a bad idea, especially when you're a teacher or teacher's aide that's, you know, catering, we'll say, to students of color. So yeah, exactly. So you should know better. So I don't know. Yeah, yeah. She got, you said she got fired. I didn't know that. I thought she was still on administrative leave, but she's fired for her own faults. Again, I don't want to go as far as say she's racist, but she definitely made a stupid mistake by doing something that's, you know, in its origins, it was certainly racist. And I can't fathom what she was. I know what she said she was thinking, but in regards to, okay, I feel
It
segregated
was
against.
abundantly clear she wasn't thinking.
Well,
Here's
I
Jay.
think she was. I think she was thinking, but she just thought something
No,
stupid. Yeah.
hey, here's my thing. First off, there's only one white person that's been allowed to actually live to see the light of the next day and do the blackface, and that is Robert Downey Jr. And that's because when he did it, it was fucking hilarious.
That is 100% a matter of opinion, which you're allowed to have. Because I don't want to give a pass to anybody that does blackface. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Iron Man or the guy that plays Iron Man. Doesn't matter. It's not. I mean, you can laugh all you want, but it's not funny at all. And that's the one
I'm
reason why I
not
haven't seen
laughing.
that movie,
I'm
because I think
laughing
it's
at
absolutely
you
ridiculous.
taking
And the
issue
fact and
with
the
it.
fact
I'm laughing.
and the fact that any other actor did that movie with them, knowing that, even an attempt that it's funny, I think is a problem with that. I think that anybody who is of color who saw that movie or paid to go see it, I think is a problem as well. The fact of the
You're
matter
trying to
is, I don't
you,
care if it's I don't care if it's comedic or not. It's not funny. Whoever does it, whether you're Robert Downey Jr., whether you're Lauren Preferal, whether you're some ignorant high school kid on social media trying to be cool or funny, it doesn't matter. Period. That's why she got fired, because of that same reason. It doesn't make a difference if you're who you are, whether you got fame, money, whoever. Don't matter.
I think it does matter, but I also think that what I find truly problematic is that that lady has a fundamental misunderstanding of Rosa Parks and the civil rights movement. Like, that damn lady is talking about Rosa Parks like she is Supergirl. Like, the one negress to save us all. Like, the civil rights movement was a movement. It was the coalescence of multiple people and leadership and organization. Like, Rosa Parks wasn't even the first fucking lady that did it. Like, I'm not almost, I'm certainly more bothered by this woman's fundamental misunderstanding of the civil rights movement, which is to me more egregious than wearing blackface. She should have been filed for that.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm not gonna say you're wrong, because obviously that's a matter of opinion. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, the segregation part, that's how you feel. That is one thing. I think comparing it to Rosa Parks, I don't get the I agree with you. I don't get the correlation there.
She
Um,
was trying to connect some dots that ain't dots. Like,
right. Yeah.
it's so fucking weak, dude. I
And,
hate it.
but so I guess from that standpoint, the fact that she totally miscorrelated that. I guess it could be reasonable to think that's why she went off way on the deep end to decide, you know what, I feel like Rosa Parks, so I'm going to put on blackface because I'm unvaccinated and I'm being segregated against at work, dealing with colored children. And yes, I said
Yes.
colored.
Yes, we did.
Um,
Like the Wayans brothers.
well, so and I also find it funny too that I had forgotten about that part. To this district was also had other issues when it comes to the slave trade um, issue that you mentioned. I've forgotten about that. That was this particular school district. So, and it's in Newburgh, Oregon. Obviously don't know where that is. I looked it up. Still don't know where it is. Um,
How the hell you
but
looked it up? You still don't know where it
I
is.
saw it's in Oregon. I mean, probably because I partially didn't really care where it was. I just wanted to be curious and say I looked it up. So I looked it up.
Hey,
But
hey! I love you. I appreciate your honesty. Let's
I'm,
move forward.
I'm gonna look it up before the segment ends, just so I can make it clear that I did look it up and know where it is. But now, point being is just that it definitely puts a stain on their community. I don't. mm, I mean, obviously, it
I
might
don't
not be a long lasting thing in
know
the
about
country.
pain in the community.
Well, it is,
I feel like this shit could have happened anywhere
but it
because
did. But it didn't.
it totally happened somewhere else.
No,
It's just,
I'm talking about this didn't happen anywhere else. This happened here. Is what I'm saying.
Jay,
This
I can
particular
assure
teacher.
you, there's some dumbass in the education in the business of education saying the some same dumb shit somewhere else. That
See,
I can assure you.
I'm not. See,
Dollars to fucking donuts, Mr. Ross.
I'm not talking about the saying part of it. I'm talking about the saying it and the blackface part of it. Both of it combined. Yeah, you can say all the dumb stuff you want. That happens all the time. We've done that on this show several times. But,
Yeah.
but the thing is, people still love us. Well, not
Yeah.
everybody. So not everybody loves us still. But those of you
Yeah.
still sticking around listening, you love us, so thank you. But
I hear what you're saying though. Not
yeah,
everybody would put it in blackface. I'm not trying to be contrarian. Fair
I think you
enough.
kind of are. Thank you. I think you take the contrarian title for the night. I had it last week. You can have it back this week. How about that?
Fine, if you insist.
Save some for the separate segment 3, though. We had some show left, so save some.
Yep. Yeah, man. I think it's never a good look when we compare anytime someone starts comparing themselves to somebody who actually did something for the right reasons. Like you got to watch out for the martyrdom fucking complex, man. Like that shit is weak.
I mean, is it martyrdom though? Granted, she was the only one that protested at all, from what I can read. So I don't know if she's been a martyr. You know, I guess in that way maybe she is because she's the only one. But I don't think she was intending to lose her job though. Although I don't know how she thought she was going to keep it after that. But
I mean, she literally did fuck around and find out. So good on her.
well, I don't know if she's going to get that unemployment or not. So fortunately she doesn't live in Illinois, so I don't know what the unemployment situation is in Oregon. But
Like,
she probably won't even get none because she lost her job because of her fault. So it doesn't matter.
yeah, well, I'm not well versed in the unemployment law in the state of Oregon, but as I would advise anyone in that
Hmm.
situation, if unless you plan on hitting the COVID lottery or being fucking independently wealthy, getting you a sugar daddy or a sugar mama, um, like just make an informed decision and get some help.
Well, the problem is she probably felt she was informed, which is why she, equating being unvaxxed to being segregated against, that's whatever. But then equating your issue with similarities to Rosa Parks, yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you there. I definitely, I mean, I don't know what, so she's a teacher's aide, so I don't know what class she's in or what she teaches or whatnot. But apparently she doesn't do much Black history teaching. At least I would hope not after that, because I don't, I, mm. I mean, again, I
Jason,
see her point from where she's going, but I'm like the correlation
here's
between the two doesn't
here's
make
a
a difference.
real
Doesn't match
here's a
up.
real issue. You know how that one episode of the Boondocks, actually, it's not the episode of Boondocks, it's a Chris Rock bit where he talks about how every answer to Black history is Martin Luther King, and where the one bit where, are you sure it was a woman? Martina Luther King. This is where this person actually read up on Black history. Like, Rosa Parks was probably all she had, dog.
Well, I'm sure we all can. I know there's like a top five Black History, figures that people all know: MLK, Rosa Parks, people like that. So yeah, that's pretty much what they know. I will say this for a lot of Black people, the same thing. But in her case, like I agree with you, she read up on all that stuff. So Rosa Parks is somebody she admires, which I get it. Rosa Parks is definitely very admirable, but it was for her situation. Her situation and your situation ain't the same, you know. So yeah, you're not being discriminated against because of this, you know. And I'd venture to say you're not being discriminated against at all. Uh, some people feel they are, which their opinion. Good luck trying
It's
to
kind of
debate
like
that
that
legally,
reverse.
but
Yeah, it's kind of Jason. It's kind of like the reverse of you felt like the currently vaccinated were dying for your sins.
well, that's not well. Well, first of all, that's something that you people say, not me. You
What
people
do
act
you
like
mean?
you.
What do you
Yeah,
mean, you people?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you people like you guy, vaccinated guy,
Oh my
saving
god,
us from our dirty troubles, us unvaxxed. We're so evil.
saving you from yourself.
Banish us to an island by ourselves so we can all die. Yeah, I've heard that too. So, um,
Was that one movie Jet Li was in? The one.
yeah.
Oh man.
Is that what we're
Anyway,
doing now? You're gonna jet lead me? Is that what we're doing?
oh god, no, I wouldn't dream. But anyways, yeah, I would just advise all of us, and I put myself in the same category. At least challenge yourself to understand that the civil rights movement was more than like five motherfuckers. Please do us that one favor here on the Cal Park Bros podcast. Actually read a fucking book. If you got the time, read several. Um, and maybe I just lucked out having a fundamental understanding of the real organizational structure of multiple organizations during the civil rights movement. It wasn't just one. It wasn't just the NAACP. It
Is
wasn't
there
just the SCP. Okay.
can there still be a ranking system? Like Martin Luther King is still ranked number one, and Malcolm X is still like coming in hot at number five. Is there still like a ranking system? Can there still be that, Terrence?
Sure. You want like top five black leaders according to fucking DraftKings? Fuck you, man.
Hey, you need to get on this with DraftKings, bro. This could be something hot. You know, it should be like a tournament. There you go, like a bracketed system.
Oh,
The top
gee.
64 civil rights leaders in America. I'm sorry, I need to stop. I'm sorry.
Yes, yeah, you said I was out of pocket last week. You are definitely out of
Oh,
pocket.
you no. In the history of Cal Park Bros, there's never out of pocketness more so than Terrence in episode 23. So, yeah.
Well, it was the Jordan episode. What do you want? What do you want from me, man?
Mm. So
Yeah.
that was our that was our goat episode 23.
Well, the greatness is yet to come because we haven't even talked about what we're going to do in episode in segment three. But yeah, I really feel like we've covered it, all there is to know about this Newberg teacher assistant. Yeah, my friends, my family in higher education, don't get caught slipping, dog, because there is much for all of us to learn. Um, it was not a stellar moment for education in Oregon with this one. So that concludes the segment on the Oregon Trail Blackface lady. Coming up in segment number three, we're going to be talking about some of these supply chain shortages, and lo and behold, the Waltons and Costco they didn't brought back limit two per item. Coming up next on Cal Park Bros.